Knives are cool. And axes too. All right, hello everybody. Robert Breaker again at church today, and we have a sword today. Somebody brought a sword with them from church to show us. It's show and tell time, so we're going to look at this sword. It's historical, but it's also cool. So zoom in a little bit and let's look at this sword here. And it's from
1925.
From 1925, this sword. Can you zoom in on it? I want you to get the handle here. Here's the handle. It's got his initials here of who it belonged to. And I don't know what that means, but on the bottom, does that show up? It says, Dieu et mon droit. That is what King James had over his throne. God is my right, because they believed in the right of kings back then. But this is an interesting sword, and it's very ceremonial looking, if you know what I mean. And it's not very sharp. Let's cut the tree. No, let's don't cut the tree. So I'm going to let you tell us about it, who gave it to them, and everything. But it has the name right here, so tell me about it.
This is one of two ceremonial swords that was given to a three-star general by Governor Eugene Talmadge in Georgia in about 1925, when he was elected Adjutant General of the Georgia National Guard.
Okay. And this would be something like your great-great-grandfather or something like that?
Actually, my father-in-law.
Your father-in-law, okay. So you married into this, and all you got was the sword. No. But it's an interesting sword. It looks very ceremonial, and there's a lot of little intricate things on it. Zoom in on there, and look how it's got a kind of a knight there, and then it's got, I don't know, what would you call that? A buzzard on top, and it's got a lot of these little things here. Uh-oh, it says Knights Templar. Did you see that on it? So you know what that would be, a Templar. Knights Templar, that ties into the Masons. Ooh, yeah. But there's the name on it. There's a lot of, and usually when you see that falling cross right there, that's not exactly the best symbol in the world. Those, you know what I'm saying? But this is interesting how they would go so intricate in details. Look at this fella right here. I see these from time to time at garage sales. I had a friend whose family was in the funeral care business, and they had several swords like this in their house, and I was always pick them up and look at them. Doesn't have an edge because it's probably mostly ceremonial. This is something they would have used in ceremonies, but it does have a point, and so that could still be used today to harm someone, if you will. So if you've got a sword like this, well, tell us about it. Leave it in the comments. Say, I've got such and such a sword for my, whatever. One story I'm going to tell you real quick. I went to an auction in Oklahoma when I was about 16 or 17. And they were auctioning off stuff in this home. And they had an actual Civil War sword. This one's not that old. But the guy was giving all the details. And there was probably 100 people in this room. We were packed in like this. And he said, this sword belonged to so-and-so. And then he paused. And I just blurted out, I don't know why I said this to this day, but I yelled, that's my uncle, real loud, just for fun. And I was joking, and everyone went, oh, and they all moved back like this. And I was just standing there by myself with people looking at me, and I go, not really. I was so embarrassed, but it was sometimes I just say silly things. I remember, that's my uncle. And they go, really? I should have gone, yeah, give me my sword back. But anyway, it was one of those silly things. So that's a cool sword. I'll put it here. Come on, you can just kind of get in on it and look at it. And that's our little sword review for today. Kind of neat. Knives are cool. And axes too. Bullseye.